Hi, everybody, and welcome to the Women on Stage Global Virtual Conference 2023. Thank you all for being here. I'm so excited to be here today and thrilled to have all of you joining us. Before we start, I want us to play a little game. Please close your eyes wherever you are, even if you're home alone. Please close your eyes just for a moment and try to imagine in your mind's eye an image of a geek, or better yet, a computer geek. Are your eyes still closed? Now ready? You may join the discussion on our Discord community and please raise your virtual hand if you imagined someone who looks like this. Perhaps some of you imagined someone who looks like this. But I'm pretty sure nobody here imagined someone who looks like this. Please raise your virtual hand if you did. And not even someone who looks like this. So this little game demonstrates what is a stereotype. A stereotype is a predefined schema that sits in our mind about a certain group of people, and we use it to interpret the entire group. And today we're going to challenge and even break some of the stereotypes we hold about women and about technology. So hi, my name is Moran. I'm the CEO and founder of Women on Stage. And once again, welcome everybody to the Women on Stage Global Virtual Conference 2023. For those of you who don't know us, Women on Stage provides a digital stage and a global professional upskilling and support network for women in tech. We upskill women and amplify their voices, creating more and more role models for women in STEM and leadership positions, and bringing them to physical and metaphorical stages around the world. In my previous background, I have 10 years of experience working as a software engineer. I was mainly working at Wix, and other than that, I'm also a social psychologist, meaning I have a master's degree in social psychology, which is the realm of defining relationships and behaviors among social groups. And many of the data we'll discuss here today, and actually our entire work is based upon research coming from this domain. And I invite you all to follow and connect with me on LinkedIn and on Twitter. So going back to our little game from before, I have a confession to make. The truth is that I am that computer geek. And I guess that all of you watch me here now or see me in this photo where I'm giving a talk up on stage looking pretty happy in front of hundreds of people. But the truth is that I could never imagine any of this to happen. Not only I could never imagined or dreamed being up on stage, speaking in front of hundreds of people, I could barely open my mouth on mundane, regular daily meetings at work because I was too afraid to raise my voice, being found out as a fraud, that famous imposter syndrome. And that all happened because I didn't look exactly like one of the guys. Because I felt like I don't belong since I don't perfectly fit into that stereotypical image of the computer geek. So that was my starting point for founding Women on Stage and brought me to do what I do. Because I strongly believe in the power of representation, namely, representation matters. And our mission statement is to amplify women in tech's voices on all stages of life, meaning both the physical, the digital, and the more metaphorical stage of work. Because we believe that if you can see it, you can be it. That's how, together, we create a movement that inspires women to lead, grow, and speak up. And this is also the time to mention that our conference had been previously postponed due to the horrific events that took place in Israel on October 7th. And even though that the war is still going on, we have decided to move forward with this conference because we feel strongly that our mission is more important than ever right now. Because we all need more female role models to lead the way, and we won't let hatred deter us from this mission. We keep moving forward and pursue this mission no matter what. Because that's what we do. We create more and more role models for women in tech because we know how important it is for those of you who are watching us now, witnessing these role models. And I invite you all to stay tuned, get inspired, and learn something new from all of the amazingly talented speakers who are part of this incredible lineup we have planned for you at this conference. Hopefully, It will provide a mental getaway for some of you because these incredible women are what inspires us the most. Just look at this incredible diverse lineup of speakers. We've got speakers from all over the world: USA, Canada, Europe, Asia, and Israel, where we are based. These are some of the best women leaders in the global tech scene, all registered on the Women on Stage global platform, and they will share their invaluable insights to reclaim what it means to code like a girl. And I will share with you soon some teasers of their talks, so you'll be able to choose the ones you want to watch first as part of the conference. But I also want to share more about what we do at the Women on Stage platform, other than our own in-house conferences and meetups like we have today. So first, we have the speaker platform for tech speakers and event organizers, where you can easily find over 900 qualified professional women speakers for your next tech event, or join as a speaker to gain visibility, resources, skills, and even find public speaking opportunities. Additionally, we also train the next generation of women on stage at the Technical Speakers Academy. It's a unique and comprehensive 10 online session training program created to turn R&D professionals into star public speakers. We get you all the tools you need to speak at tech conferences worldwide, become a thought leader, and exhilarate your career. Check out this QR code to learn more and register for our upcoming cohort starting real soon on January 3rd, because your voice deserves to be heard too. And if you got any questions for one of our speakers, we also have a new Discord community, and this is the place to engage with them and connect with like-minded individuals. And today, we will also randomly choose and announce on our Discord community one lucky participant, to get a free spot in the upcoming Women on Stage Academy cohort. Lastly, you're welcome to check our new podcast, available on all podcast platforms, The Backstage Stories of Women on Stage, where we amplify the voices of leading women in tech from all across the globe. And there are many more yet to come, since we're going global, big time. So stay tuned and join us. Before we go back to the story of the computer geek, I'd like to thank all of the people and the companies who made this conference possible. So thank you Glassbox, Riskified, Taboola, and Playtika, who actively choose to promote diversity as part of their mission. We truly couldn't have done this without you. Be sure to check our job board with lots of wonderful opportunities from our sponsors. Okay, so do you remember our little game from before? Let's go back about the computer geek. Let's go back and ask again. Why aren't there more women computer geeks to begin with? Or alternatively, let's ask, why aren't there more women in tech? Well, it's no secret that women are highly underrepresented in the tech industry. It may vary between countries, but all in all, on average, women hold only around a third of positions in tech companies and less than a quarter in R&D. And I'm going to challenge some base assumptions we might have and ask, is it a natural given fact? Is it a force sent from above and there's virtually nothing that can be done about it? Some people may argue that women are, naturally, not as good as men in STEM fields to begin with. Their brains are less logical. STEM means science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. Alternatively, some may say that they're naturally just less drawn to major in these fields. They just don't find these fields interesting. They prefer other softer fields such as literature, art, education, or psychology. To answer that, I'd like to share this graph with you. It shows the percentage of women majors in colleges in America by field throughout the years since the 1960s. And we can see that since the 60s, there's been an increasing number of women who went out to college to medical school, law school, physical science, and computer science. And we can see that the uprising is distributed pretty much the same between all fields. Now, this makes sense because since the 60s, more and more women went out of their household to find education and acquire a job. But wait, Check out this point in time in the mid 1980s. What happened there? There's something that started during these years that suddenly made the percentage drop, solely in the field of computer science. Why? What was that? And we'll answer that question briefly, so remember this graph. I want to challenge the term natural and ask what's even considered to be natural? And for that purpose, I'm going to claim that it's all a matter of perception. Let me read this quote from you, which was published at Cosmopolitan magazine back in 1967. 20 years ago, a girl could be a secretary, a social worker, or a nurse. If she was really ambitious, she could go and compete with the men, usually working harder and longer to earn less pay for the same job. Now have come the big dazzling computers and a whole new kind of work for women, programming, telling the miracle machines what to do and how to do it. Anything from predicting the weather to sending out billing notices. And if it doesn't sound like a woman's work, well, it just is. It's just like planning a dinner. You have to plan ahead and schedule everything so it's ready when you need it. Programming requires patience and the ability to handle detail. Women are naturals at computer programming, and it's about time because this is the age of the computer girls. Hard to imagine, right? But it's true. So many things have changed ever since. Back then, when this was written, computers weren't as widespread as they are today. The field of programming was just getting started and was perceived completely different as it is today. Coding meant pulling out plugs and directly using machine codes, using tons of ones and zero switches on huge computers, mainly used by the army or in big offices. No one had a computer at home. It was unperceivable, not to mention having one on your phone or hand watch. It kind of looks like being an operator for the phone company or a typing secretary, and that's why it was actually perceived like a non-prestigious profession, more suitable for women, whereas hardware engineering was more perceived as a male profession. And the thing is that it was even harder than it is today, because doing it meant being able to compute and remember huge chunks of data and numbers in your head. And that's actually where the term coders originally came from. So after we took a stroll down memory lane, let's get back to the 1980s. Remember this graph? When we asked what happened there that made the percentage of women majoring in computer science suddenly drop and only for that field? Remember when I said that once upon a time, computers were huge and you could only find them in offices and for military purposes? So in the mid 1980s, the first personal computers started showing up in US homes in significant numbers. The first home computers, Apple II, IBM's PC, and later on the Lisa or Macintosh by Apple were introduced. So they started to market them on a large scale to make sure they expand fast, which they did. Let's examine a bunch of commercials from that era to see who was the target audience of those early version home computers. Fly where no man has flown before. What kind of a man buys his own computer? How to buy a personal computer? For your boy, with dad's wallet, obviously. And this one shows a man working while his wife is staring at him from the kitchen, looking at him with awe. And this one is especially sexist, saying 2 bites are better than 1. He's using the computer as a way to seduce women. So it's not like Apple or IBM explicitly said, no, it's not for girls. We won't allow it. No, but the message was conveyed nevertheless. And the girls started thinking, well, it's probably just not for me. In addition, in the 1980s, movies like Weird Science, Revenge of the Nerds, and War Games came out, and the plots were all basically the same. This awkward, geeky boy genius gets tech savvy to triumph and win the girl. So that's when the image of that computer geek, that hacker, the gamer I mentioned when we started earlier in our little game, had started to form. To summarize this part, since the 80s, the image of the computer geek just kept on growing, reinforcing itself as the years went by, and the girls thought, well, I guess it's probably just not for me. I don't want to go and be the only one there. So, this tells us the story of the formation of the computer geek stereotype. But why does it matter? Anyhow, why should we care? The problem is that stereotypes affect and curve our perception, even if we don't know it and even if we don't even think it does. And this creates biases. Unfortunately, these biases are usually totally unconscious. But the good news is that biases may affect our perception, but you can take action to curb them so you can see people clearly. And we're here today exactly to challenge that perception and to present you with so many incredible women computer geeks that break that stereotype that you're going to be amazed. So get ready. I want to start introducing our fantastic speakers for the Women on Stage Global Virtual Conference. They are our role models. Do you feel like building something interesting and useful with cloud computing technologies? Join Jonah Anderson, developer, cloud, and DevOps engineer at Solidify, and her talk, Cloud Computing Jumpstart for IT Professionals and Developers.
Hi, this is Jonah Anderson. I am one of the speakers of Women on Stage Global Virtual Conference 2023. And I am going to be speaking about cloud computing for IT professionals and developers with focus on cloud computing platform Microsoft Azure. So I really look forward to seeing you in my sessions and you enjoying the rest of the speakers session as well at the conference. See ya.
Looking for ways to improve security issues with your code before you ship to production? Join Nena Nadukoi, developer advocate, and her session about 5 security best practices for production-ready containers.
Hello everyone, my name is Nana Ndukwe and I'm super excited to be a part of Women on Stage. Join my session about 5 security best practices for containers. I'm going to talk about all of these different security improvement tips that you can utilize so you can ship more secure code to production. Thank you all so much for joining and see you guys.
Is your Node.js server running too slow? Check out Tamar Stern, backend manager at XM Cyber, and her session, When Your Server is Slow, called Fastify to the Rescue.
Hey everyone, super excited to be in Women on Stage conference, and I invite you all to my session about Fastify, the rocket fast performance it has, and why it would be really nice to write your next microservice with it.
Ever heard the term DevOps and wondered what it truly means? Want to understand what's going under the hood of accelerating software development? Join Gil Bahat, DevOps engineer, with her introductory session, DevOps 101 for non-DevOps.
Hi everyone, my name is Gil. I am the founder and one of the admins of the Israeli Women in DevOps community. I'd like to cordially invite you to my session, DevOps 101 for non-DevOps. A mystery to many people, DevOps is a revolution that's been going on for over a decade now. So, if you want to hear on how DevOps can transform your work or your organization's work, I'd be very happy to see you on my session.
Do you want to build your own virtual reality experience on the web? Join Rich Dijan, international tech speaker, software engineer, and a career coach, with her fascinating training, Become a JavaScript Superhero with Virtual Reality.
Hi everyone, this is Trishti Jain and welcome to the Global Conference of Women on Stage. I'm very excited to be invited to speak at this global conference. And today's topic is going to be very, very interesting. I'm going to tell you how would you build your own virtual reality applications. How will you become a JavaScript superhero, build your own virtual world, and not just rely on the existing applications out there, but actually explore your imagination, build your own virtual reality world, and see where that takes you.
What if I told you there's a practical way to incorporate an open source project in your environment? Hila Fish, Senior DevOps Engineer, will share her take about open source, open choice, a DevOps guide for open source adoption.
Hi everyone, my name is Hila Fish. I'm a senior DevOps engineer in the Work for Wix, and I'm going to talk about open source in the upcoming Women on Stage conference. So I'm going to share scenarios where you should consider adopting open source, the DevOps perspective towards open source, because usually it is something that is more dealt from the dev's eyes, and how to choose an open source project. I will share practical tips about how to adopt open source. So I hope you join us.
Curious to learn how the fundamental aspects of software architecture may affect automation testing practices? Sarit Veikrat, QA and Automation Manager at Glassbox, will uncover the vital connection between software design, testing, and DevOps with her talk, How Software Architecture Affects Our Testing.
Hi everyone, my name is Sarit Veikrat. I'm a QA and Automation Manager at Glassbox. I'm also a Udemy instructor and a QA lecturer. I'm super excited to be in Women on Stage and looking forward to having you in my lecture. In my lecture, I will discuss how software architecture impacts our testing, and I will share what is the linkage between software architects, test ops, and testing. I will also provide real practical examples on how to test monoliths and microservices. Looking forward to seeing you. Thanks for joining.
In the developer world, unicorns are a hybrid breed, part designer, part developer. Let's find out how they can build better chatbots. Join Alex Radu, VP Product Adoption and Marketing Public Cloud, with her talk, How Unicorns Can Build Better Chatbots.
Hello, this is Alex Radu, and I'll be seeing you at Women on Stage to talk about how unicorns can build better chatbots. I hope to see you there.
Want to find out what chaos engineering is, its purpose, and how we can use it to test and strengthen our systems and applications? Join Kristen Edvochko, Principal Cloud Engineer, with her session, Exploring Chaos Engineering the Fun Way.
Hello everyone, I am Kristina Devochko from Oslo, Norway, and I'm very excited to be joining Women on Stage Global Virtual Conference 2023. Join my session where I'm gonna talk about chaos engineering, what it is, how much value it brings to the tech industry, and I will do my best so that together we can have a little bit of fun while we are learning about the topic during my session. I hope I will see you there. Thank you so much for joining and have an awesome time until then. See you!
When thinking about a senior developer, what pops in your mind? Is seniority solely a function of the years of experience a developer has? Einat Machat, R&D group leader at Payoneer, we try to answer this question with her talk, The Road to Seniority, or What Engineering Managers Really Want.
Hi, I'm Einat Machat, an R&D group leader at Payoneer. Join me at the Women on Stage Global Virtual Conference 2023 as I unveil the secrets of the road to seniority, or what engineering managers want. Thanks for joining.
Feeling confused regarding security and privacy regulations? Kat Code, data privacy expert, will sort it out on her session, Global Privacy Regulations, GDPR, CCPA, and PEPIDA, oh my!
Hi, I'm Kat Code, a data privacy strategist with Binary Tattoo. Join me for Women on Stage Tech Conference virtually, where you'll hear from me on data privacy regulations and a number of other phenomenal tech speakers. See you there.
Did you know that the more diverse your company is, the more successful it will become? Let's hear a step-by-step guide on how to increase gender diversity in your tech organization from Dinah Davis, VP of R&D and the founder of Code Like a Girl Medium publication, on how to grow and develop female talent in the cybersecurity sector.
Hi, I'm Dinah Davis. Join me on the Women on Stage conference. It's a virtual conference. It's going to be amazing. I'm going to talk about how to grow female talent in cybersecurity. Many other women are going to talk about amazing other things. So please join us. It'll be great. See you there.
Are you overly qualified but not getting access to the plum projects or the next promotion? Are you getting the feedback that you need to be fixed in order to succeed? Patricia Gestoccio, inclusion strategist and the director of support, will present 7 proven strategies that will help you build a successful, resilient, and sustainable career in tech with her session, debunking myths about the low representation of women in tech.
My name is Patricia Gestoso, and during my 20 years working in tech, I've experienced many barriers to my career success, and I'm here to tell you that there is a lot you can do about it. Join me at the Women on Stage Global Virtual Conference 2023, where I will debunk 3 myths about the low representation of women in tech, as well as share 7 proven strategies to help you build a successful, sustainable, and resilient career in tech. I cannot wait to meet you.
Can politics in the workplace be avoided? It can't. So how do we navigate the world of politics as technical people? Join Hila Noga, tech lead manager at Google, and her hilarious and enlightening talk, Yes, We Can, Politics in Tech and the Journey of Building Soft Skills.
Hi everyone, Ilan Noga here. I lead the reinforcement learning in large language models team in Google Research Israel. And on my talk, I'm going to share with you my secrets for mastering organizational politics for people who are not at all naturally good at it.
Looking for some inspiration about building your career in tech? Join Adora Nwado, the founder of Nexuscale and an award-winning software engineer, with her inspiring story and her journey to 1 million lines of code.
Hello everyone, my name is Adora and I'm an award-winning software engineer, global speaker, multi-published author and ecosystem advocate. Join me at Women on Stage virtual conference, where I'm going to be sharing my journey on how I got into technology as a child and what the journey has been so far. The title of my talk is The Journey to 1 Million Lines of Code. I cannot wait to see you there.
Are you a JavaScript developer wondering how to incorporate machine learning into your code? Join the training by Patty O'Callaghan, tech lead and Google developer expert in machine learning, where she'll help us to get into TensorFlow JS.
Hello everyone, I'm Patty O'Callaghan. I'm a tech lead at Charles River Laboratories and I am also a Google developer expert in machine learning. I'm very happy to join this amazing conference, Women on Stage, and I'm going to be talking to you about TensorFlow JS. I'm going to be running an introduction where you will learn how amazing and easy it is to work with machine learning on the web. So I hope to see you all there.
Have you ever wondered why, when you ask Midjourney for pictures of drivers, only images of men appear? Or why Siri's default voice is female? Join Shira Weinberg-Harel, product and AI consultant, and her insightful talk, Artificial Intelligence, Real Biases, Examining Gender Biases in AI.
Hi everyone, I'm Shira Weinberg-Harel, and you're invited to join my session on the Women on Stage conference. We're going to talk about gender biases in technology and in AI. We're going to talk about why all personal assistants are actually female, like Cortana, Alexa, and Siri. And we're going to talk about how does that make us, the users, behave differently, and what do they, the personal assistants, do in return. We're going to see many more examples from all kinds of tools and technologies that you all know, but we're going to see them in a new light. So see you soon.
Did you know that OpenAI, which developed ChatGPT started as a non-profit research lab until Microsoft came in and accelerated their progress. Let's hear it from Gali Katz, algorithm engineer at Taboola, how we can enable the next OpenAI and bridge the gap between academia and industry for technical innovation.
Hi everyone, my name is Gali Katz. I'm an algorithm engineer from Taboola. I'll be speaking at the Women on Stage conference about enabling the next OpenAI, bridging the gap between industry and academia. Join me.
Want to learn more about the fascinating world of generative text-to-image models and unveil its secrets and the mechanics of diffusion models? Join Naomi Ken-Cohen, computer vision and generative AI expert, with her talk, Demystifying the Magic, Unlocking the Power of Generative Text-to-Image Models.
Hello, I'm Naomi, and I'm a computer vision researcher. In my talk, I will explain the magic behind text-to-image models. I will explain what are diffusion models and how to inject textual information into the image generation process. You will be able to understand how to use text-to-image models in your editing processes. See you there!
If you're curious about the intersection of AI and gaming and how to personalize your game, join Noga Atal, AI product team leader at Playtika, and her talk, Personalize Your Game, the intersection of AI and gaming.
Hello everyone, my name is Noga Atar and I am an AI product manager team leader in Playtika, and I'm very excited to be part of the next conference of Women on Stage. Please join me on my presentation regarding personalization in gaming, how to personalize your game, and the intersection between AI and gaming. Looking forward to tell you about the models we are using in Playtika in order to do personalization and to dive into how you can do the same in your game. Looking forward to see you all.
We all see the buzz about AI and NLP today, but did you know that natural language processing, or NLP, is a field that has been around ever since the 1950s? Hila Weissman-Zohar, senior data scientist, will take us through the journey of NLP, past, present, and future.
Hi everyone, my name is Hila Weissman-Zohar. Don't forget to join me for my talk on NLP, past, present, and future. We're gonna go through the evolution of this fascinating field, and you will get to hear and learn a bit more behind the buzzwords of ChatGPT, conversational AI, and much more. So I'll see you soon.
Lastly, after showcasing all of that talent and those role models, I want to reach out to you, those who are watching us at home, and tell you that you can be the change yourself. You can become the role model you once needed to see when you were just starting out. You can become the role model you need to see today. You can be that role model for your daughters, for your sons, for the women in your community. And even if you don't know it, you have a voice and a story to share. And I hope that next time that you'll be asked to imagine a computer geek, you'll be able to imagine someone who looks like this. Thanks to everyone who joined in. We'd love to hear your feedback and your thoughts. Join us again, visit womenonstage.net and follow us on social media. And now, go and watch those incredible speakers and their excellent talks.